and welcome to the Organic Beehive. In today's video, I will be walking you through our 4th grade curriculum this year. Now, most of my videos have tended to start with a disclaimer, and I do that so you can take a moment to relax, be aware, and just be intentional with how you listen to today's video. So my disclaimer is this: be cognizant of shiny object syndrome. If you're watching this and already have your own curriculum picked out for your 4th grader, I actually encourage you to look away. The curriculum that I have is no better than yours. A done curriculum, in my opinion, is the best one. I made this video for those who were in the market for a 4th grade curriculum, and you're here, you're gathering information, you are doing your own research around this topic. All right, so before we get started, here are some quick reminders around curriculum before I get to the specifics. Number 1, I think it's really easy to hold a curriculum to a high standard. We think that it'll be this magical thing. We think it'll fix a behavior problem, or that it'll even be a quick fix to something that we may be struggling with. And it's not meant to be put on a high pedestal like that. A curriculum, it's a tool and a framework for you to work off of. The second thing I want to mention is you know your child better than anyone else. A curriculum is not to be viewed as a Bible. If there's something that doesn't fit you or doesn't fit your child, you are not required to do it. Just keep that in mind, because the resources I share today, I might not actually use all of it on a regular basis. It just depends on a lot of factors. Is the child understanding the material? Do you need to spend more days on the topic? Are there resources online that can help supplement the curriculum or the topic you're learning? Does that lesson even fit your child's learning style? There's so many factors that we need to remember. And lastly, I also want to mention our family's lifestyle. And this is important to address because what I deem as a good fit for our family may not be a good fit for yours. We are a single income family, so reasonable pricing is very important to us. And I also teach one child, so my days can look very different from a family of multiple children. I'd say we're in a pretty steady rhythm of life as of this video, so we're doing a full load of subjects. And as a side note, last year we did just the core curriculum, which are language arts and math, because I was having symptoms from my first trimester, and then sadly we lost it at 13 weeks. So emotionally, for probably a month or two, I just was not at the capacity to do more than that. And then throughout the remainder of that school year, I had suffered a couple more miscarriages. So right now I am in that season of healing. So I feel good about continuing to do a full load of subjects at this time. Our family's personality is also minimalist. We live in a home that's just under 1,800 square feet. I'd say it's pretty easy to fill up. So anything I purchase for homeschool needs to be easy cleanup and versatile. My homeschooling philosophy, I would say, is eclectic. There are things that I love about every homeschool philosophy. My daughter is also a kinesthetic learner, who enjoys manipulatives, games, and movement. So that just kind of gives you a little glimpse into the lifestyle that we lead. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty now that we got that out of the way. So the first subject that I want to address is math. So a little background, we used The Good and the Beautiful last year, and honestly my daughter and I didn't have any issues with it per se. We did enjoy it, but math was a topic that I feel we tended to butt heads with. I just wanted to experiment this year and try to outsource it. And what we ultimately decided on was teaching textbook, and that was based on a lot of local recommendations. The fact that it was online and I could let somebody else do it is honestly exactly what I needed this year. It's a great option if you are looking to outsource and or if you happen to travel a lot and you road school. The app that comes with it, it does not require Wi-Fi, and you can download it to your desktop, to tablets, to phones, whatever you need. So it goes along multiple devices. It also offers a free tutor helpline for any customer that needs that little extra help. And what I like is it will correct your child if they need correction during the lesson with an explanation as to why they had gotten the problem wrong. Each day you will get a report on how your child is doing, so there is no grading involved either, which makes it easier on myself as well. There are absolutely no supplies that you need other than a device. So that is really good for my minimalist lifestyle, and the payment is for a year subscription. So for one child, for 1 year, it came out to $45.95. They do have large family discounts available that cap around $216, and that was something I wanted to mention because for an only child, it was inexpensive, but for multiple children, also with the inability to reuse it, it was something that I did want to mention. At the very least, they do offer a free trial of the first 15 lessons of the level of your choice. So if you have a 4th grader, you can choose level 4. And that way you can check it out and see if you like it. I do have a friend that used it herself last year, and I think her qualm about it was that she felt her daughter might do better with pen to paper. So if that's something that you prefer, then this curriculum might not be for you. But there is a lesson, and each time they go through the lesson and they practice about 22 problems, give or take. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the information below if you want to look further into teaching textbooks yourself. If she doesn't like it, I will probably go back to The Good and the Beautiful, but we've been doing this for about a month now. She says she loves it, and she even asks to do lessons on her days off. There's fun games, fun stickers, wallpapers, and that's really engaging to her. She gets to choose those sorts of things. So it is just this perfect fit for my daughter's personality. Next is language arts. We've had issues with language arts in the past. We took our first standardized test last year, which was a requirement, and through that we realized that there were some gaps in the curriculum that we had been using. So instead of using language lessons for today, which we had been doing, we changed to, of course, The Good and the Beautiful level 4. With The Good and Beautiful language arts, it covers grammar, punctuation, spelling, writing, reading, vocabulary, geography, and also some art appreciation. And each lesson starts with instructions from the parent, and that usually takes about, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes tops. And then everything else is student-led. But, you know, since we've experienced some gaps with language arts, I am going to actually be doing the student-led stuff with her until she gets more into a groove and recognizes some of the topics. 2 days a week we focus on spelling, and then 2 days a week we focus on writing. And this curriculum specifically teaches like a Charlotte Mason philosophy as well as classical learning. So if that fits you, this might be great. I think that the Good and the Beautiful curriculums are inviting because they are colorful and the artwork is just beautiful. There's a lot of artwork mixed in. They also put emphasis on character traits and non-denominational Christian views, which I prefer. The curriculum includes a course book, or like a teacher's manual, if you will, a spelling and writing workshop book, a world biographies reader, and a level 4 personal reader. And all of those items combined came to $72.96. For multiple children, you would have to purchase the course book and the spelling and writing workshops again, since those are books that the children fill out the pages for. Now, what's nice is they do have the option for all of their curriculums to download, and it is free. So I think this is a great option so you can actually see exactly what is inside the curriculum. And I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description box below, as well as a informational video that they created just to help you in your decision. Our next topic to cover is geography. I had good intentions last year to do this, but I thought I would come up with my own unit study last year, and it just never happened. You know, life happens. The unit study didn't happen. So I thought, you know what, I'm happy to support another mom that already did the work. And so that's exactly what I did. The Waldock Way has a unit study. Her unit study is traveling the world, and it's just so easy to go through, and it's really enjoyable. When you purchase her downloadable version, it costs $42. You get a teacher's manual, a student notebook, an animal profile book, and a game pack. We love games over here, but it can be hard financially to purchase games for every subject that you're doing with homeschool. So I think it was really great that she included those games. There's memory, bingo, matching games, and more. So I chose to have it all printed through the Making Family Count website. And you could do this anywhere. You could do this at Office Depot. You can print it out yourself. The only required resource she requests to go along with the unit study is the travel book. And you can purchase that on Amazon. I'll leave a link for that in the description box below as well. Global Art is another book that she recommends with the unit study, but it is not necessary. She has activities you could do in place of the art, and she has a YouTube video that walks you through the whole curriculum so you can have a better idea of what the unit study is that I purchased. I think it checks off many of the things my daughter enjoys. You know, she's kinesthetic, so making recipes she likes. So we're doing recipes from around the world. There's educational videos through YouTube playlists. There's games. And there's also animal information. You know, what kid doesn't like animals? This is a great option for you to do with multiple children at the same time. You only have to have a few student notebooks on hand, just so everybody has something to fill out. Next up is science. Science, I have a little more of the unschooling philosophy, just in the fact that I want her to choose the topics that interest her, that she wants to learn about. So we just choose a few topics for the school year to cover, but we don't necessarily do it all at once. The first topic she wanted to talk about and learn about was mammals. So we are going through the Good and the Beautiful curriculums for this again. And I obviously bought it for my only child, but I still think it would be a great option to study as a family as well. Included in the mammals unit study is the course book, which you can reuse down the line if you need to. There's a student journal, which, I mean, honestly, if you don't want to make a bunch of buy a bunch of copies, you can copy it yourself. But honestly, to repurchase it, it was, I think, $5 or $6. So I didn't think it was that bad. They have a student journal that is specific to 3rd through 6th grade, and then they have a 7th through 8th grade specific one as well. They also recommend a Mammals Read Aloud book pack that we happen to also purchase. The unit study includes hands-on activities, videos you can watch through their homeschool app, vocabulary words, and just beautiful imagery to go along with everything that they teach. And our family does science about once a week. Each lesson lasts 40 to 60 minutes. That's what they say on the website, but it doesn't take us that long. And I believe their recommendation is to do a lesson twice a week to complete all their units in like 3.5 years. My intention is to go ahead and purchase another topic once we are done with this one. And that just kind of gives us a break. It gives me a little time to save up between different unit studies. And the total for everything came to $52.95. And those are the subjects that I teach through curriculum. I do get in extra topics to study during our tea time that we happen to do in the afternoons. And I usually just follow a loop with that, which goes, you know, music on Monday, game schooling on Tuesday, what do we do? Art on Wednesday, that goes with our geography unit, and then poetry on Thursday. Now for music, since we don't do any instrumental lessons, she's not doing violin or piano or anything, because let's face it, she has not shown any interest in any of those things. I still want to focus on music appreciation at the very least. So right now we just listen to music from around the world during our tea time on Mondays, just depending on the country that we're studying. But I think I'd like to get back to Squilt music because I really enjoyed it. It's a couple lessons that are live with the music teacher and other students. You meet twice a month, so it's 2 lessons for the whole month, and each month has a theme that is covered. You'll get resources to go with the themes and, of course, the teacher lessons. Our favorite part is the song of the day, which she provides through a private playlist. And she, like my daughter, especially likes the chat feature that they do before class. So she gets to just chat with kids her own age, and this is like a time where I'm okay with it because it's in a safe environment that she can experience that chat feature in. It is a monthly membership, so you can cancel at any time, and it costs $22 a month, but there are discounts available for annual and like quarterly plans. You can easily pay that and involve all your kids. So $22 a month for multiple kids is a great deal. It's probably targeted to preschool through like middle school aged. Our formal school days are Monday through Thursday. And with all the curriculum I purchased, I am able to finish everything in plenty of time before the school year ends in May. And that of course includes, you know, weeks off here and there for like Christmas, Thanksgiving, spring break. My family tends to follow the regular school schedule for our specific area, which is year-round. Even with year-round schooling, they get 2 months off in the summer. And I just choose to do this because her neighbor friends, they go to public school, and I think it would just, I know from past experiences that it would just be too much of a distraction to try and homeschool on days that the other kids have off. That is our homeschool for 4th grade. We've been doing this for about a month and I believe we've gotten into a really good groove with all of these subjects. And your action step for today, if you wish, is if you're in the midst of researching your own curriculums, I would invite you to go ahead and check out all the links in the description box to be able to hear directly from the companies who have created it and see what it looks like firsthand. And lastly, I want to end with a question of the day. What curriculum do you use for your 4th grader? Why do you love it? I would love for the comments to be a place of community where we can help each other and just feel supported. I hope you found this video helpful. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I like to share content around creating a safe environment in my home, and my goal is to create this security in our home that helps facilitate learning and curiosity. I strive to create a relaxed environment through school because simply based on my past experiences, I felt I retained the information better when it was in a more relaxed way. So that's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Bye.